Hey guys, welcome back for another video. And I know I haven't posted a video in a couple weeks. Been kind of busy. But anyway, in this video today, I want to talk about a little bit about safety when you play VR. But before we get to that, I just want to show you my current setup at the moment. You remember last time I suggest that we move the sensors a little bit closer to each other, and that's what I did. My sensor actually was in that corner. In the back, you see the three holes back there. That's actually what the screws were for the sensor originally. But I shifted it forward a little bit, about a little bit more than a foot, just maybe 1.5 feet toward the center. And then this corner over here, same thing. I also shifted a little bit toward the center, so giving it approximately about 16 feet apart from the two sensors in the opposing corner. And so far it's been working pretty well. I don't really have much issues. I mean, every now and then you do run into a little bit of tracking issue with the touch controller, but most of the time it's okay. And I think maybe with the three sensors it might help resolve the issue. So the first thing I want to talk about is this extension cable here. This is the my breakout cable, and you can see it goes all the way down and it runs straight to the back of my PC in here. Now most of our PC is facing forward this way, and so the extension cable or the breakout cable goes from here, go all the way up, and then you see that little knot right there. That's where basically the attachment for the headset cable that goes all the way down, and basically sitting on my desk right here, the Rift. Now the reason why I recommend a breakout cable, I know I've mentioned this once before, but I kind of briefly went over it, but the reason is sometimes when you play games and you don't see where you're going, or somebody's in the room with you, or you know, some dumb things might happen and somebody trip over, either you or someone else trip over the headset cable. If you have this extension cable, the breakout cable here, basically when you trip, it's just gonna pull the cables out from the breakout cable ports up there, so it doesn't damage your ports and the plugins from the headset cable. Now imagine if you were to have this cable right here from the headset plugged in directly into your PC without the breakout cable. So when this one is plugged directly into the PC itself, usually because it's gonna go somewhere over here and it's gonna make an angle running out along either this way, you know, basically running to the front. So when it's at an angle like that and you trip over it, this cable right here, they don't work as well when it's, you know, pull from the side instead of pull directly straight back. So that's gonna, you're running a risk of breaking out some of the ports back here from your PC, and if you have it plugged into the HDMI plug into your graphic card, that's gonna damage the HDMI port or display port, whatever port you have in. That's not gonna be fun. So keep that in mind. Now I did actually trip over this once, and it worked out as planned. I mean, the thing yanked off up there, and I just plugged it back in. Everything worked just fine. Nothing was damaged. So that's the first thing. Second thing is, as you can see right here, is where my PC setup is. It's basically sitting at the window. I know there's a good glare at the window a little bit, but before, I actually have this whole table here actually laying right there along against that wall in the center. Now I moved it to this side for a reason. So you see here, I have pretty much a giant window in the back, and from the level of the window all the way to the floor, maybe that's like 2 feet at most. So if I don't before, this whole side was empty, so I had nothing here. So when I was actually playing in VR, what happened is I noticed there's a chance, you know, since we can't see with a headset on our face, you might be walking too close to the window, and this window, you look closely, there is no metal guards or anything. So basically, if you bump into this window, if this window happened to be open, you run the risk of actually falling out the window. This room that my VR setup is in right now is actually on the second floor. So if you fall from the second floor all the way down, you're gonna have a bad day. So, and you know, because we play in this room, you own the room, you know where things are, so it's not you're not likely to fall out the window or break or fall and break through the window. But when you have guests over, little kids, they don't know where the windows are. They don't really care because they don't even think about those. So all they do is they just play, and you know, you definitely don't want little kids to be anywhere near the windows when they're playing VR. And same with your friends, your relatives. Unless you really hate that person, then just leave the window open, and you know, I'm just kidding. But another thing is when you play with the touch controller, and you know, these controllers, sometimes we do a lot of quick movement. We punch, we grab, and there are times I definitely have punched the wall. I didn't break anything, which is good. But you definitely don't want to be punching these glass here, because that's gonna leave a mark. So that's the desk. That's the reason why I moved the desk here where the windows are. I know it's doesn't look that good, but it's just for protection. The third thing is basically your Guardian setup. Now I know not everybody's gonna have an empty room like this. I mean, this room is pretty much playing, and you know, for obvious reason, because you don't want to have a lamp in here or a nightstand in here, so you can break stuff, knock things over. So, but not everybody's gonna have a room this big. You know, not everyone's gonna have a spare room to use. So if you know, for those of you who do, who does have something like this, then I suggest when you draw your Guardian system, instead of, you know, drawing it over your furnitures like that, what my Guardian system is, I actually have it about a foot back from my furniture, so that way it leaves me some room to basically give me a heads up before, you know, I'm gonna go and punch my desk with my controller or my hand, or you know, hit myself in the head somewhere against the furnitures. Same thing with the wall. Instead of going all the way up against the wall, I'll leave a gap, probably about a foot. So that way, it also gives me a warning. And even, you know, by leaving this little gap, I still managed to hit the wall, but only one time. So that was, so far this system has been working pretty well for me. Now I have friends basically come over and play. You see the marks right here, marks on the floor down there and there, basically all the wall. And these are marks basically they when they play, they don't really realize, you know, they are in a room and not there, but you know, they only see the virtual world as the actual environment, so they think, you know, it's fair game to run wherever they want. But that's what happened. They leave marks on the wall and they bump themselves. I have people run into this closet over here, bumping their heads. I mean, all kind of funny thing happens when they play. But thank God no one was seriously injured. Some got hit pretty hard, but overall everybody is safe for the most part. So yeah, that's all I kind of want to talk about. You know, been playing this for about 2 months now since we have the controllers, and but you know, safety is always first. I know it's fun to play games, and you know, it's good to jump around a little bit here and there, but just keep in mind, you know, that the environment that you play in, and stay safe. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and hope you guys have fun in VR. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.